Hello, knife people. This knife is a very easy knife to sharpen. It came in a micro bevel, mainly on the right side. I reduced the micro bevel shoulder to make smaller than 30-degree angle to this knife. This side was almost zero from the factory. Its sharpening was very easy because of this factory-made shallow geometry on its typical feature: shallowness, thinness, ridiculously low grind, and convexed from the factory. Therefore, I flattened the both bevels. This side from the same line. This side 1.5 times higher, and therefore this angle is expected to be less than 30. But actually this is smaller from the paper cut test. Resistance is a bit larger with this knife edge. Maybe I estimate 28 and 26, like that. Anyway, feather sticking. I have believed that this homemade, slightly convex flat bevel, longer bevel, will make the best feathers. It takes bounced power from the wood, and this angle control is very easy to make thin feathers. From the start to the end, I don't need to change the angle. Basically, this is the homemade flat bevel geometry, nearly flat. But if it did the same thing as my bloody homemade geometry, I paid blood for this geometry. I didn't pay my blood to make this one. From the factory, this side was almost done, almost zero. Only this side had a stronger micro bevel. No. This geometry needs to take deeper angle at first and shallow down the angle, change the angle during sliding in the wood to make good feathers. Kind of difficult. It is easier. I don't need to change the angle. This is the reason why I like this homemade flat geometry. Anyway, the problem is wood cutting. Now, how fast it cuts wood wearing this glove, just right height from my body. Yesterday, the kitchen table was too high, so I can't put my body weight to the blade. Today, I can. This specific wood is harder than usual, I think. 39. Wow, very deep. This basic geometry is very thin and bites very deep. Apparently faster. You know, this high grind, this mid portion, very thin. It is not full thickness. Nearly the same thick, a bit thicker it looks like. But in the midline, in cutting, this portion, mid portion, is thinner, much thinner than this one. It has full thickness. You know, this is a sharper cutter, but for feather sticking, specifically for the purpose, I prefer this geometry. So, maybe for splitting wood, I have Bravo 1.5 to my survival belt, and feather sticking, this is better. And I don't cut wood like this in the survival situation. Therefore, this pair is better to me. But which do you like? This knife or this knife? Less resistance from wood because of this thin geometry. This 6 mil necessity can be my prejudice to split wood. 3V Bravo 1 is ridiculously fat in geometry. This is 3V, but is not fat. Thin and micro beveled. We can change this micro beveling by ourselves easily with water stones. Anyway, I have no conclusion. My preference is these two. Pair for survival. See you. Bye bye.